Welcome to the Jersey to Vegas podcast. This podcast talks about the hows, whys, and what's next in your life journey. If you're looking to start fresh and turn over a new leaf, you're in the right place. Now, here's your host, Pete Isip.
Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Jersey to Vegas podcast. 1 year anniversary. It's episode number 52. We made it. 1 year. What a fucking year. If you guys haven't, honestly, guys, I did 51, number 51 last week, and I have no idea what I was talking about. I have no idea what it was about. I kind of just talked at 4 o'clock in the morning after finding out, if you guys didn't listen or know that my father passed. I have to listen to it again because I have no idea what it was I talked about. Almost like I drank, a bottle of alcohol by myself. I won't talk about that because I definitely did that too when I was back in New Jersey. But someone told me that it's something, the situation is something that you never want to happen, right? But it's inevitable. It's going to. And there's no preparing. There's no preparation for it. There's no hacks. There's no lists that you're going to go through. It just fucking happens. And it's really rough. And I say that it's a club that most people are a part of that you don't want to be a part of. Or it's a club that most people don't want to be a part of. I don't know what the fuck I said before that. But it is, there's nothing you can say or do or think that makes anything different. And for me, I don't know. I'm in process. I'm still in the point, a week out, that it's not even real. It's not even real. Now, I don't know if I talked about it last week, and if I did, then I'm probably going to say it again. But I couldn't listen to it. I couldn't go back and listen to what I was talking about because who knows what it was. Maybe only you guys do. For me, I just didn't know what it was. I couldn't make a video of it, so I will try to make an audio video of it, so at least it'll be up there and you can listen to it via YouTube. Because I do have a lot of viewers on YouTube for that, so it's cool. I have a lot. That's pretty cocky of me to say. I have 20. I have a lot. Really builds up my AdSense right there. So the story is that we were supposed to go to New Jersey as a vacation. And in the time being, it was scheduled to leave that Friday night. And then come back here today. I'll be coming back here today. I should be landing somewhere between now and the next hour, right? And then we got the call on Wednesday. And my wife was so proactive. Me, I was like, I guess we just fucking wait it out. I just wait. Or Thursday, I'm sorry. It was on Thursday. And we could just wait. And then my wife was like, no, we're going to get a different flight to go there to try to get to him early. So we found out that he was in ICU, right? And then we heard he was on life support, and my mother called me. So that's when we started changing flights. And as we found a flight, I'm just trying to pack more. I'm trying to pack all the kids' stuff. And I hung up with my mom, and I went to go take a dump. Literally. And when I came out in that face, I just knew. I just knew. She didn't have to say it. She just looked at me, and I knew he was gone. We were trying to get there earlier, so at least maybe we could see him in the hospital. Let him see my kids one more time. Because I know that's all he wanted. We talk all the time. And there's a point where he was really just trying to, be there for himself, but I think he just wanted to see my kids again. And he didn't get that chance. And that's what really sucks about it. So we end up getting a flight on Spirit Airline, which is hands down the worst thing ever in life. Well, no, this is the worst thing in life. Spirit is close to it. I don't care what anyone says. It's not that good. No, it's not. It's not. Even like the terminals it's in. It's always in the terminal where they're just like, you know what? We're going to make a terminal for all the worst airlines ever. And we're just going to put them all in one. And then you guys enjoy that with no iPads and no TV and no bars and no nothing. There you go. Enjoy the snack bar that we have 5 items in and a bunch of magazines, because that's all there is. And then a bagel shop where the line is 3,000 years long. No charger on the airplane. So all the kids' stuff ran out before that. And there's only one. They're sharing one, and then there's one where it ran out. So I lost mine. Right? I don't have a phone now. I don't have anything to watch. I just stared at the seat in front of me and at people, and I just cried the entire time. Again, incrementally crying until we finally got there, or here, or there. Yeah, New Jersey. And I'll tell you what, being in New Jersey, man, like, I didn't want to leave again. It was hard yesterday. Getting there was cool, but then all the stuff around it was so difficult. The wakes and who knew you had to do all this shit, from finding funeral homes to a casket to the flowers to the limos to the repass. It's like $3 million. Choosing a plot of land for both of them, for my parents, because you go get them in twos. Didn't know that. A tombstone. Still didn't get a tombstone because that's just expensive. So it's like, we just, you know what, let's hold off on a tombstone and let's just put like a cardboard cutout like we used to do when we would, in Halloween, when you'd be like, Freddy Krueger was here 1918 to 1995. The next one was Jason. Jason Myers was here 1920 to, that's kind of the same tombstone we were going to give, or what do they call them? I don't know. Grave block? Is it a grave block? I don't know. We're going to put that there instead because we don't know what else to put there. So it's just it's expensive, man. And if there's a tip for you guys in this podcast, is to make sure you save money for that shit, because that's going to hit you in the dick like you're not even going to know. Like right there. It's going to punch you right in the balls, and you're not going to expect it. But you know what you're going to do? You're going to pay it, because there's no reason not to, because nothing matters right now. Nothing. There's nothing matters. All my anxieties and all my little shit doesn't even fucking matter anymore. All I do is think of him. That's it. Like how he's not going to be there. How he's not going to be a part of my kids. How he's just not going to be around. And then people always say he's in a better place. And I go, fuck you. Fuck you. He's in a better place, Pete. He is. Is he? Because I think next to me was a pretty goddamn good fucking place. But I get it. Because he wanted it. He wanted to be next to us for another little bit. And then if he left then I think he would be in a good place. But I don't think he was in a good place. I don't think he is in a better place. Because I think the better place was sitting down next to my kids for at least 5 minutes and then let him go. That would be a better place right there. Because then there's closure to something that I know he wanted. Something that he tells me he wanted. Something that made him fight. So yeah, shit gets expensive. It gets tough to even understand how do people pay for this shit? How do you pay for all these fucking services? Right? Amazing how much money is put into it. There's a point me and Jay are in at the cemetery, and we're like looking around like, yo, is this the next business? Is this what we're going to do? Like, should we do this? Because this is fucking bank money. But again, that's not your passion. There's no reason. Like, if my passion was to, do all that stuff, then yeah, but no way. That's fucking definitely bankrolls. But I'm scared of ghosts, so There's no way I could do it. There's no way I could stand there and pretend like I can, So I'm gonna take a quick break. I need some water. Be right back, guys. Happy 1 year Jersey to Vegas anniversary. I left off at talking about the wakes and stuff like that. At the wake was interesting too, because it's funny how you get the things that you wish for and the things that you worry about, and the world kind of throws them right at you in the exact way you were asking it for. Because my biggest concern going there was, how am I going to see all these people that want to see, that want to like talk and hang out and, just shoot the shit like we always used to do. How are we going to do that? How was I going to do that? Besides, the core group of people that I have, in my life. But there's so many more, especially when it came down to crank and working out and other friends. Like, I wanted to see these fucking guys. I really did. So I was going to do like a meetup on Friday that we were there. The next Friday, not the first Friday that we landed, but the one after that. And this happened. And me and my brother did not want to put up a social media post at all, saying anything about it. We just want to fucking do it and then just, keep it kind of quiet. And, just for those who know, would just be word of mouth type thing. And then they would just show up. But then we said, like, that wouldn't be fair to him. He always liked to party. He always liked to have fun. He always liked to have music. He'd always like to have drinking, which I wanted at the fucking funeral parlor, whatever thing that's called. We had bottles of whiskey and shot glasses, and then they said we couldn't bring it in. But every Irish person can? Well, how come I've been to like 3 Irish funerals and they're fucking hammered? They're all drinking next to the dead body, like taking selfies with them. No, they're not. That's a lie. Except they are drinking. And they cheers to them, and they do usually it's patties. Hey, he's my patties. That's a terrible Irish accent, by the way. And I wanted to bring it. Like, I wanted to bring a fucking party. We played music. Like, we didn't want it to be a thing like that. But anyway, we did put it out. And that's when I saw everyone that I was talking about. Because everyone that we knew showed up. And that was awesome. It was cool to see for him. Like, you guys showed up to something you didn't have to. You didn't have to. But out of the love of your heart and care and respect, or I don't even want to say respect. Hey, show respect. No, it's not respect. That's because you give a shit. And you did. And you showed up. And I'm very, very grateful that you did. And even the thousands of messages we've received, I can't even answer them back. Like, I try to. Every once in a while, I'll just do like fucking Wheel of Fortune type shit and just spin it, and I'll click it, and then I'll just answer back. But like, if you sent a message, it's just hard. And I want to say thank you on here. Like, if you're a person or a listener that sent me a message and I haven't talked to you again, I haven't talked to you yet. Like, I know it's there somewhere. In the thousands of green, blue dots scrolling on Instagram, Facebook, and my text messages. And it really is just hard to answer back. I'm not good at answering back to begin with. Like, I am not good at answering back to begin with. Unless I'm, like, right there and it's that moment. Sometimes I even think about it. Do I need to? And then I won't. Or I just forget after a while. But, like, even more so, like, the other ones that are just, floating there in metaverse. I don't, maybe I'll get back to you next month or whenever I can. I'll definitely do my effort to do some to get there. And it did. We saw these people, the people that showed up, the people that I wanted to show up, the people that I wanted to hang out with. I saw everyone, and it's funny how when you worry about, oh, is this what we're going to do? Is this how you do it? And all of a sudden it's like, how am I going to do it? And it happens. It's just not in a way that you expected it to. And we also have like family stuff, and family issues, and people not talking to each other, and brothers not talking to each other, and cousins not talking to each other because of absolute nonsense, honestly. That's the fight that I always have. It's nonsense on everyone's part. But I've seen people there that kind of put that away, and we're the bigger people. And they came out. And, whether they showed up or didn't do, it didn't matter to me. I just know, not that they cared if you did or didn't. It was just nice to see for me that for a little bit you put it aside and tried your best to do the best. But sometimes even the people that are on my side don't work that way, right? And that's the shame. That's a stupid battle that, my generation is going to change, but it's hard to change the other generations before us. That's just for real. That's just for real. I tried my best. Like my mental health, I don't even know what it is, I went walking a lot in New Jersey. It was great. It's like go and walk and see trees and lakes. Yeah, no fucking lakes. Lakes suck, by the way. If you go to a lake to like hang out, you suck. I'm just kidding. Only because I've been to a lake like 3 times and it's not fun. The only time I went to like a cool lake was Lake George. I got a concussion. I fell out of the white water rapids. They got those things there. I think it was Lake George. I forgot. In Lake George, I also tried to light fireworks in the woods, and I got in a lot of trouble for that. I didn't think about fire. I didn't think about brush fires and tree fires. I just lit fireworks and got in trouble by the police or the rangers over there. But I did fall out of a whitewater raft right in the beginning before we even like took off, and my body just floated away and smashed into 1,000 rocks. And then finally another raft picked me up. So the whole rest of the ride, I was in another raft with some other people with a concussion. I have no idea who these people were. I was just out of my raft. And then I was, I guess they had like safety, like in the beginning, they do safety stuff just like an airplane. Guess who wasn't paying attention? Me. So they say, float this way if you end up falling. I don't remember. So I floated head first into rocks. And that was great. Like black eye, cuts. And then definitely concussion because the light was very bright and I was kind of getting very dizzy and nauseous. But by the time that shit was over with, well, everyone, I think I obviously made the experience of that raft not too fun. All right. But they got me to the first stop whenever they can. They dropped me off, and then they, whatever those people are called, people that work there, came and helped me out. So that was great. Where did I go? Oh, Lake Suck. That's what he said. But it was nice to be in New Jersey. 'Cause I did a lot of walking. Walk. And this is where I talked about the one day I felt like walking, but also with a bottle of tequila. So about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm swigging away, walking from a house to house, just visiting some people, making some stops here and there. And then drinking, driving a little bit. Should have done that, right? But I didn't feel it by then. And then at nighttime, I stopped and I just left. And I just kept drinking. To the point where it was 1 o'clock in the morning. I finished the bottle, by the way. High five to me for doing that. I finished it. And it was like 1 o'clock, 1:30, and I fell on Bloomfield Avenue in Nutley. And I was like, okay, I think I'm going to take an Uber now. And I took that Uber, and I don't remember it. Did I give him a 5-star? Was it a him? Was it a her? I don't even know. I just woke up in my bed. It's the first time in a long time that's happened. And then I woke up, and I had to go to the city to pick up my kids and my wife, and I was still drunk. You ever feel that moment? Jumped in the shower. Thought I would feel better. Nope, I was still flying. So I sat down on the couch, passed out on the couch for another 3 hours. Then I ended up going to the city to pick up my family, and I was still pretty dizzy. It was just a whole wreck, and the whole rest of that Sunday was wash. I didn't want to do anything. I was so fucking hungover. By like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, done. Like, you know, when you just want to eat every food possible, but you don't know what taste you want next because you already ate it. It's like, oh, I had fucking apple pie, and then I had Chinese food, and then I had a hamburger and French fries, but you still can't get this fucking weird taste out of your mouth, so you're just eating everything else you can. But I'm allergic to everything, so it was very limited to the things I can eat. And yeah, it was a fun ride. So thank you, New Jersey, for the fun times and the fun hangover. So I was getting into my mental health. Like I said, I don't know what it is, but I know what I have to do. Right? I don't know where I'm at, but I know what I have to do. And today I'm actually going to text my therapist to set up, weekly sessions, because I only do about bi-weekly now, tri-weekly, because I was doing all right. It's kind of weird. My friend texted me, and she's like, it's just unfortunate that just when you sound like you're doing good, this happens. And that's fucking life. She was right, but it's like this is just another Chippewa battle. And then people say, keep your head up, and people say, be strong for her, and people be, what about me too? Like, I'm strong for her. She's strong. She's bitch. She's as strong as fuck. My mother is strong as fuck. She asked me how I'm doing, but of course we were there for her and the support system of what it is. But like, it's hard. It's hard to be strong when you're not. It's hard to be there when you're not even present. That's Phoenix laughing at me right now. I'm not editing this shit. Not today. I'm not editing nothing. I'm just going to give you the fucking what I have to say, and that's it. But mental health wise, I know I have to, let it pass. I'm still in processing. I'm still in the fucking wheel of death, if you know what that is. The wheel of death on a Mac, where it just keeps spinning and spinning, and the computer's trying to process it, but can't process the information that's coming to it. That's me. For now. And mental health, I was talking about going for a walk. You know how many times I went over this little bridge, and I just looked over it. Looked over it thousands of times. Every time I walked by it, I just took pictures of it. The water, the rubble underneath. What would it feel like if I jumped? A couple times. Of course I didn't, obviously. Because then I thought about, like, standing. Like, what if I just stood on it? Then my butt got tight and I got scared. That's when you know you're in a good place. Because it would have been fucking 3 years ago, I probably would have jumped. Now, I was actually scared to stand there because I'm afraid of heights. And my asshole got super tight as I was standing on a bridge. Is that comical for you? Instead, I just took pictures of it and looked at geese and a playground there that my dad used to love taking my kids. I just stood there. And I'm sure people saw me. I just walked and cried the entire time. My face probably looked like a fucking 13-year-old that just had his first breakup. Just can't understand why or what's happening. Some people stopped me. And I was like, I can't hold it back. My face looks like this right now. And, they just checked up on me, and it was nice for them to stop and say hi and, try to do things. But when you're here in this position, guys, like, just find the help. That's it. My biggest, advice right now is to find the help. Find the help I need. Like, who do I need? Who's going to be my team for this? My therapist, my kids, my wife, my mother. Talk to her more. My brother. That's it. And just ride it out. Talk about it. Talk about the things that were great. Talk about the things that suck. Talk about how you feel. Don't bottle it up. Most people just fucking bottle this stuff up, and it makes no sense to me. You know, it makes no sense to me, even though my dad's always like, men don't cry type shit. My dad cried all the time. No, he cried easily. Especially when he got angry. It's because you don't know how to process the emotions. You don't know what your body doesn't understand the emotion. So there's one emotion that usually comes out, that's called tears or crying. Because it's anger and frustration all at once. And kids do it all the time, right? They don't understand. You ever see a kid fight? Like, get into a fight and he's crying while he's fighting because he doesn't know what's happening. He doesn't know how to deal with those senses so fast. Or those feelings so fast. But let it out. Talk. Talk to someone. Let them know. Even if you have someone that has an ear, fucking take that ear for now. Even if you don't want to be bothered. You know, I'm reaching out to people and they're reaching out to me and I just talk. This helps me a lot. Doing this shit right here helps. Because I'm sad and I fucking miss him. And I wish he was coming here at some point. And I wish he was there when we got there. But now the question is, what do you do with that emptiness? What do you do with that? I don't even know what you say. Like, you expectation that's not there? I don't know. I don't know what it is. But I'll figure it out. Because you got to talk. And you got to talk to someone. And you got to let those emotions free. Because there are phases of grieving. And we've been through this one many times with Crank. Shit, when I was there, it was like double, right? It was like double, triple fucking grieving. I had my dad, I had Crank, and I had my dogs. I got overwhelmed yesterday when we were driving. I was driving around after gas for like my last ride around, and I went into my old house, or like right around my old house, and I started getting overwhelmed, and I started like panicking. My hands went cold, kind of like had a panic attack. Because I was just thinking about all the walks that I would take all around that area just to kind of defuse myself for all the things that I've technically lost in the past couple of years. So it was all like a big flood of emotion where my body couldn't handle it, you know? So I went home, I parked, and I went for another walk, just in a different area. And that was it. But I'm going to continue to get the help that I need to get through this. And I will continue to do these podcasts. And I do appreciate you guys hanging out. And if you can, please rate the podcast and like it up on YouTube. And, you know, that's it. So I'll see you guys later. This is Pete. I wish this is the 1 year anniversary. I wish it was a happy one and a cheerful one. And let's go fucking, you know, let's go. I was going to say, let's go Raiders. Who am I? Let's go Jets one. But this is a meaningful one. This is an impactful one. This is the one that changes things. So, whatever it is you are going through, or whatever it is you're holding in, just let it out. Let out the feeling. Because otherwise, you're just going to be the fucking wheel of death. Holding on to information that you can't process. Right? Holding on to things that you can't understand until your computer fucking crashes. And I'm tired of crashing, guys. I'm tired of crashing. I'll see you guys later. Have a great fucking week.
Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to help support the podcast, please share it with others, post about it on social media, or leave a rating and review. To catch all the latest from Pete, you can follow him on Instagram at Pete Isip. Thanks again, and see you next week.
Bye-bye.